My forces are in a position to assault the dam. Legatus Linnaeus has assumed command. Are you ready to go to him? To tell him to begin the assault?
What's good, gamers?
What up, Swag? What up, Christian? It would be an honor to fight for the Legion.
Good. In hoc signo torus vinces.
Oh.
Report to Legatus Linnaeus immediately.
Little Latin, huh?
Brief you on the plan of battle. Come back victorious.
A learned gentleman. I cured your brain tumor. You talk to me with more respect. I'm ready. Let's do this. Caesar's Legion. God, save my soul. It's weird being on this end this time around. How much? I only need 25 more XP to level up. Yeah, do some push-ups. Swing a couple axes at some dummies. These guys are ready. These guys are ready. Let's get our quick items set. That's a 3. Displacer glove 1. Power fist 4. Dynamite 5. Or grenade 5. I think we're good. Yeah, do some push-ups, baby. Y'all got any 40mm grenades for me? They mostly do unarmed melee. Occasional gun. Alright, let's talk to Legate Linnaeus. The Legate. For the Legion!
Legatus, a stranger arrived.
Oh, damn.
One who bears the mark.
Finally, Mars has accepted my sacrifices and unleashes me.
Roman gods, huh?
The courier Lord Caesar has spoken of. The slaughter begins.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm ready. What needs to be done?
In the past, the NCR has relied upon attrition, withering our numbers with ranged fire and falling back as necessary. Not this time. The dam contains tunnels to its heart, overlooked by the NCR, now occupied by the Legion. When the battle begins, the NCR will find our teeth at their throats in a dozen places. There will be no attrition.
Legion are such loser edgelords.
Only carnage.
What do you want me to do?
Our forces are better equipped to take objectives than hold them. I do not wish to defend this place if another option exists. Our opponents follow a strict chain of command, which is both a strength and weakness. I intend to use you to strike at that weakness. Find the enemy commander, this General Oliver. Kill him or his resolve. Do this and his cowards will retreat, leaving the dam to us.
I'm gonna kill his resolve with a 100 speech check. I have questions first. I'll see what I can do to convince the dam belongs to us.
Mars's eyes are upon you. Do not fail him. Or
Yes, sir.
us.
Alright, let's get that speech taken care of so we don't have to worry about that. And then maybe up our explosives? I haven't done the DLC on this tune yet. We'll do that next. Vini Vidi Vici. I think you can only talk with him before the battle if you do a Legion playthrough. I'll tell you what, doing the Legion playthrough was tough. Like, not the missions themselves, but just even making those, like, atrocious decisions was super messed up. It was kind of funny, though. I blew up the Brotherhood, but I was in such good standing with Victoria, she didn't even care. She's still my #1 companion. For the Legion! Thanks for the sub on Twitch, Swag. Let's do this! learned this one from my good friend the Boomers.
That takes care of that.
Yeah, no wonder of course I'm vilified. NCR's been hunting my ass for days now. The Boomers. These guys have stim packs on them, I think. Love when they're clustered up like that. Cluster luck. Send him to Maz, kid. Stim pack? Don't mind if I do. Oh shoot, those are Legion. Whoopsie-doodles. Y'all shouldn't be clustered up like that when I'm maining explosives and unarmed. Boomers, boomers, boomers. That's my boomers. Thank you. Hey, what up, Lizzie? How's it going, dude? Hope you're doing well. Alright, into the dam we go. Yes, of course, the fire rises. Can I just walk into that, or I gotta wait? Oh, thanks for stopping by and saying hey. Damn. Freaking wreck, dude. Sniper up in the tower. Whoops, I crippled both my arms. Steady decline from there. Alright. Try this again. It is moments like this, though, that I miss maining guns and energy weapons. Explosives are fun. Unarmed seems OP, but when you have the whole NCR using ranged weapons, it's not ideal. Sometimes we running up on them. But throughout the rest of the game, unarmed has been just busted good. I had both Lucius and Victoria teach me unarmed combat. Oh, the cons. The cons have come to help. They're dirty people. Get wrecked, noob.
Greetings, courier. We caught word the battle was about to begin. We arrived before the road was closed off. Our warriors are here to assist you.
Yeah, fuck Benny. That's why they're here. 'Cause I crucified Benny. They were like, yeah, fuck Benny.
Watch out.
Just knocked the gun out of her hand. Come back, you got a super sledgehammer. I got just little bitty fisty. Come on, you got that big old bad armor. You gonna take on little old me? I'm wearing hockey pads. Damn, dude, the miniguns are actually ripping me to shreds. I broke my arm. Doctor's bag. And explosives don't do much to these guys in the battle armor, huh? Bet you makes you feel like big man. Bada boom. Might have used too many stim packs there. Anybody got any stim packs for me? No. Fine. How many stim packs do I have? 12. Alright, we want to use those wisely.
Our way. True to Kaiser.
Now down these hallways, when it's just one guy, we can double team him. Now that's much easier. Did the other guy have a stim pack? Of course he did. Of course he did. Alright, we'll re-up on our stim packs. Killing these jabronis. It ain't even fair. Get gone, bitch. Alright, stim pack? Nope. Okay. Stim pack? No, but he's got on that sweet armor. Do love that courier armor. Damn, dude, running and gunning with the sniper? That's a noob move.
There you are. Another kill.
Getting kind of hot in these Hoover Dam battles. Uppercut, cross. Finish her! Oops, sorry, buddy. He was pretty chill about me hitting him in the back on accident. Alright, I think this is Oliver's compound. I think this is the end.
The reports mention. Pass this message on to your commander. Hoover Dam will not fall while I still draw breath.
Surrender! The dam is already almost taken.
This battle is far from over. Once the reinforcements from McCarran arrive, the counteroffensive will begin.
There won't be any reinforcements. The Legion has blocked the road west.
If that's true, then there's nothing else for it. My men and I will hold out as long as we can.
There's still time. You could escape. To what end? You delay the inevitable?
Better that than simply give up. What other option is available? Retreat? And go where? According to you, the road west is blocked. And while you might let us by, I highly doubt your allies will do the same.
True, true. But I'm about to get a 50 speech check. I'm a betting man as smart as you wouldn't leave him. Wait. I'm betting a man as smart as you wouldn't leave himself without at least one contingency.
Perhaps I do have a secret tunnel out of here, but that doesn't change anything. My duty is to stay and fight.
And what about your duty to your men?
My men and I are soldiers. We share an obligation to follow orders, and our orders are to hold this dam.
The dam is already lost, General. Your responsibility now is to get your men out of here alive.
You're right. These men have placed their lives in my hands, and I won't throw them away for a lost cause.
Don't be General Custer about it.
This place for very long, however. The NCR will be back.
Mm-hmm. Sure you will. Go on and run away. Tail tucked between your legs. How pathetic. Return to the legate and tell him General Oliver has been driven off.
Judging by the lack of blood, I take it the coward Oliver fled rather than faced me. No matter. The rest of the dam is fully under our control.
This feels wrong.
A few pitiful holdouts remain, but their time is short. The general was the last source of concern. With their commander gone, the NCR will pull out of this region, allowing our conquest to continue westward unopposed for a time. The Legion will swell with the number of slaves we will claim from this place, and the tribute we gather will fund further campaigns. Perhaps in time I will be granted the honor of conquering the land known as California. But for now we rest. Know that your efforts are appreciated and will not go unrewarded.
Hey.
But we can speak of that later. For now, come. We must see to the burning of the dead.
Awful generous of you to let him live.
Death in the cemetery outside Good Springs.
Ron Perlman.
Death once again, and the Mojave wasteland was forever changed. Caesar entered the Strip as though it was his triumph. The Legion pushed the NCR out of New Vegas entirely, driving them back to the Mojave outpost. The Legion occupied all major locations, enslaving much of the population and peacefully lording over the rest. Under the Legion's banner, civilization, unforgiving as it was, finally came to the Mojave wasteland. Though the courier himself was just and forthright in his dealings throughout the wasteland, he helped the Legion achieve victory. Caesar honored him with a golden coin, minted in celebration of his contributions and distributed throughout the wasteland.
I got a golden coin.
Though some super mutants in Nightkin continued to journey to the legendary Utopia, they found little trace of its existence. Some eventually found their way to Jacobstown, but many wandered off into the wastes, confused and disheartened.
Still grappling with self-doubt over his usefulness.
Danny Trejo.
Old age, Raul was never able to find peace with himself. Eventually, he left the Mojave and assumed a new name, as he had done so many times before.
Cautious after the Boomers' display of power at Hoover Dam, Caesar chose to leave the Boomers alone. The Boomers remained isolated, but have been seen flying over the Mojave Desert from time to time.
Buried beneath tons of rubble, the Mojave chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel was no more.
I've never given the Brotherhood of Steel a good ending yet.
Those few who were outside the Hidden Valley bunker when it was destroyed settled into new lives, or headed west to find a new chapter to join.
Hoping to lead the Mojave Brotherhood down a new path, Veronica sought to learn from the thriving cultures of the desert. Absent a firm solution, Veronica's expression of frustration with Brotherhood leadership would lead to her banishment. She ended her days a wandering tinker.
The Fiends attacked Camp McCarran during the Second Battle of Hoover Dam and suffered heavy losses. Caesar, unimpressed with their performance and their dependence on chems, had them exterminated.
Jesus.
After the Legion's victory, Caesar, out of a strange respect for his old fellows, allowed the followers safe passage out of the wasteland. Reluctantly, the followers accepted the offer and abandoned Old Mormon Fort to the Legion.
The Legion, preoccupied with its acquisition of New Vegas, scarcely took notice of the town of Goodsprings. Many locals moved on, fearful of Caesar's long shadow. Only the old and the stubborn remained.
As reward for their loyal service, Caesar forcibly integrated the great Khans into the Legion. The sick and elderly were killed. The women sold as wives to ranking officers.
Oh my gosh.
And the tribe's identity was annihilated. Though many great Khans mourned the death of their tribe, many more were ultimately satisfied with their revenge against NCR.
Jeez Louise.
Courier and Lily. A cure for the Nightkin's schizophrenia was found shortly after Dr. Henry's experiment concluded. Nightkin and other super mutants in the wasteland flocked to Jacobstown, and the town became known as a haven where a mutant could find peace.
Lily continued to take her medicine at half doses, and although she remembered her grandchildren, her mind remained muddled and confused. Eventually, she parted ways with the courier and traveled west.
I have to do Mr. House ending now. I've done all the other endings except that one.
Their victory at Hoover Dam, Legion troops rolled through Freeside. The Kings tried to fight back, but most were killed, and the rest fled into the wasteland.
Having never received a replacement brain, Rex finally succumbed to old, abruptly shutting down forever one quiet.
I didn't have enough science.
After 2 centuries of life and decades of service to humanity, Rex collapses and dies.
Oh, it's the worst part about this ending.
The Legion's attack on Novak, Bright followers returning from their long pilgrimage assisted in its evacuation. Though Novak eventually fell to the Legion, many citizens of Novak were able to escape, alive and intact.
After Hoover Dam, the leaderless powder gangers at the correctional facility vanished into the wastes, leaving the prison empty. The correctional facility became another abandoned ruin in the wasteland, its carcass occasionally picked over by enterprising prospectors.
Armed with a wide array of improvised explosives and stolen weapons, the Vault 19 powder gang tormented the Mojave wasteland for years. Citizens of the NCR were favorite targets, and they always suffered the worst fates.
Hot-headed to the end, Sheriff Myers chooses to oppose Caesar's takeover of Primm with a standoff. Though the citizens take out a few legionaries, the town quickly falls to Caesar, its citizens utterly wiped out.
This ending is grim.
The road came to an end, for now. In the new world of the Mojave Wasteland, fighting continued, blood was spilled, and many lived and died just as they had in the old world. Because war never changes.
W war. Well, we did it. We finally did a Legion playthrough. It was tough. It was tough to make a lot of those decisions. Kaisar was not a good quest giver. I will say that. He was very stringent and narrow in what he wanted. There wasn't a lot of wiggle room. Fancy that from an authoritarian dictator who wants a militant dictatorship. That was fun though. I'm just loving this game. Congratulations on completing new Fallout. Would you like to load a save? Yes. And then I want to try out all the DLC on this character. Maybe level him up a bit. I only took on the Hoover Dam at like level 21. So, or level 23 technically.
Some of the
But yeah, this character isn't as good as my original tune, but he's definitely different. He's really stupid. Intelligence is 3, so last time my intelligence was at 9, so not as nearly as many options. I went 100 on unarmed, 100 on speech. Speech is like probably the most useful skill, I feel like, in New Vegas. Should always level up speech. Explosives was fun. That was my second most leveled up weapon. I feel like unarmed is just much better than melee weapons. Melee weapons are fun, but the unarmed is crazy busted. And then yeah, I don't know. Just mess around on the DLC, went through unarmed because last time I spec'd in guns and energy weapons. Congrats to the Legion. So now I've done Yes Man, NCR, Legion, and now I just have to do a Mr. House ending, and then I've done all the endings. Yeah, it was funny. I blew up, and then I have to do a good Brotherhood of Steel ending, which I guess I missed out on the Yes Man because Mr. House doesn't like the Brotherhood of Steel. So one of these days I have to give them a good ending, even though I think that their ending is like pretty bad. I think like the best ending is the Yes Man ending.
Aw, just when the stand.
But I thought for sure Victoria would have abandoned me when I blew up the Brotherhood of Steel. She still liked me. Alright, I just wanted to stream the ending of that Legion Hoover Dam playthrough. I'll play the DLC on this another time in the future. But as I suspected, it's not Jack, so it's not poppin'. Everybody like to see the Jack. I will catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for everybody who pulled up. Peace. For the Legion. Thanks for the sub on Twitch, Swag. Let's do this.